Hello, welcome back to my kitchen. Even though it's outdoors, it's still part of my kitchen. Folks, today we're going to be doing one of my favorites. This guy right here, the potato. The delicious, nutritious, fun to eat potato. There's so many ways of cooking this. Today, we're going to be doing a baked version of this, and I'm going to be doing it right here on the old grill. Very simple. These things normally bake at about 400 to 425. They can handle high heat, so they're perfect for grilling. A lot of people don't think of it that way, but it really works that way. And in the summer, if you're wanting that baked potato, this is a great way of doing it without heating up the house. So I'm going to show you my way of doing a baked potato, and I'm going to tell you why I do it the way I do it, the same way I do in all of my tutorials. Now, if you've never watched one of my videos, I do 2 videos for every recipe. This recipe has a shorter video, which is just the recipe. This is the tutorial where I teach why and how, and we get into a lot of detail. Now, when I do a baked potato, I like the skin to be delicate and soft. I don't want it to be crispy. I don't want it to be crunchy. I don't want it to tear like it's paper. I want it to be soft. I want it to tear easily, but not like if it was a dried out item. What I'm looking for is for a skin that's very easy to chew, very soft, very buttery, and I'm going to show you how to get that. Now, a lot of folks are going to show you to vent the potato, wrap it in foil, and bake it up. I want to teach you the opposite. We're going to vent the potato, yes, but we need to do 2 things. Number 1, I need to get the moisture inside the potato out of it so it gets soft enough on the inside. We're looking for that nice, soft, light, fluffy potato. The ones that are really, really soft, like you get in a good restaurant. I want to show you how that's done, and it's about removing water. The more water you remove, the softer it gets. The skin itself, I want the skin to be soft, but first I have to put it through a process. And the process is to dry it first, then treat it with something delicious and moisture retaining, and then to steam the skin. And we're going to show you how that's done right here. So let's start by getting these things pierced and ready for the fire. And I'm going to show you, even on that, I have a special technique I use. A lot of people do. Come over this way. Let's look at this a little closer, okay? When it comes to my potatoes, getting them vented the right way is something I find very important. Now, some people poke potatoes in different locations, and that's fine. As long as you have multiple holes throughout, that's what really matters. Now, what I'll do is I will just make a little zipper line right down the center of the top of the potato, or what I will deem as my top, okay? Usually there's one side that's a little more flat that it likes to kind of set on. So you've seen I made just a row of piercings all the way down, and this makes a nice cut line. It'll vent the potato, keep it from exploding. Yeah, that's right. Potatoes, if not vented like this, can explode. And the greater number of vent holes will help it to steam out evenly and faster. And this is important. So do each of your potatoes the same exact way. Okay. Yep. And the thing of it is, this does not have to be perfect, okay? You're just looking to get some holes down through the center, okay? And I like to pierce deep because I want that potato opened up right to the core, to the very center, and that way I am certain that it cooks evenly. And even cooking on this is getting the moisture to come out in the most even way possible. Now, our grill needs to be preheated, and we're going to want it around 400 to 425. And that's very easy to do on mine. It comes up in temperature real quick and easy. And so once it's hot, I'm going to be putting these on the grill. Now let's take a look at the grill and discuss how we want to grill potatoes, okay? I have my grill ready for this. Now, I have a 3-burner grill. You can do a 2, 3, 4-burner grill. It doesn't matter. You do want one of the burners off so you can put your potatoes above that side. Your potatoes don't need direct heat underneath like you were grilling a steak. This is indirect heat like you're baking in your oven. And that's how to use one of these this way. So I'm going to go ahead and light up my burners. There's my left one. Come on. There it goes. Center one's up and running. And I want to put these on high to begin with. I want to just set my potatoes off to the side. And as soon as I have a nice stable temperature around 400 to 425, I'm going to take my potatoes and put them over here on this side, which won't be the hot side. Let's let it preheat. Once it hits the right temperature, 400, 425, we're going to be putting them on there. Okay, looky here. We've got this up at 400 degrees. I just need to get my taters in here. And I'm going to put them over to this side. I'm going to be baking these for about 30 to 40 minutes, uncovered, just like this. Now, I don't really want these to be touching. I want them to be kind of pulled apart. There we go. Just give them some time. I'm going to check these in 30 minutes. And if that skin is at the right texture, then we're going to wrap it in foil. And if it needs to dry a little more on the skin, we'll let it do that instead. Remember, we dry first and then we moisturize. And through that process, it tenderizes and makes very delicious that skin. Now, this is a trick that a friend taught me when I was much younger, when I was a young adult. I've been thankful for it ever since. My potatoes have been in here for a bit of time now. The skin on the outside, starting to get that dry feeling to it, kind of papery. And I feel it starting to get tender on the ends. Okay, so we're going to finish this thing up. Now, there's 2 ways of doing a potato. One is to coat it with oil or butter and salt it and get it right back in there just like this, and then it gives you that crispy skin. Or my favorite, which gives you a very tender skin. I don't have to melt the butter to do this. In fact, let me do one thing. Normally, ouch, my asbestos fingers right there. Normally when I'm doing this for myself, I put it on the foil first, just like I did. There we go. You know, the one thing that's nice about grilling, you don't heat up the house during the summertime. Oh, that is just so sweet, isn't it? You get those wonderful flavors, and you don't have to heat up the house to develop that. So there we go. We've given it a nice butter coating, so I don't burn myself any more than necessary. We'll turn this back over. Okay, so my row is right side up, and I want to end up with those right side up, okay, after I put it in the grill. So I'm going to fold this over, turn it once, fold, fold, turn it again, and it's ready to go back in the grill. My zipper line is on top. It's going to release steam, and this is going to work sort of like poaching the skin of the potato. It gives it that wonderful flavor. It softens it and makes it very tender. It will not make it leathery. Once you've done this first drying and then you coat it, it comes out beautiful. Okay, do each one that same way. Oops, get back in there. One at a time. I will check this once again in another 30 minutes, okay? And remember, they're large potatoes, but we are baking them at 425. And folks, baking goes pretty quick on a potato at 425. Okay, now I'm going to be kneading this out, and I'm going to be kneading some other fixings out here, because I'm going to want some sour cream and butter and a few other little goodies. So that comes next. These have been cooking for quite some time. Now we're going to do a test. I'm just going to pull one right out of the middle here. This is what I like to call the squeeze test. It's where you just gently squeeze it, okay? Now you can feel it right off. If you've got a soft potato, that sucker will dent real super easy. Yep, it does. If you wish, you can put a thermometer in it to make sure it's the right temperature. You're looking for about 220. And if it is, then boom, you're ready to go. So what I have here is a potato that's beautiful, soft, delicate, and ready to go. So what do I need to do now? So let's go ahead and get this little guy cut open. We're going to run right down the middle where we've made that zipper. Nice and beautiful. It's a little bit crisp on the end there. Now, when I'm opening these, some people like to put a cross on them. What I do instead is I just use these two fingers on each hand and just go straight down and in, okay? Just like that. And it'll open it right up, all right? And that looks really beautiful. And if you want to open it up further to make it easy for ingredients to be put in there, just run your fork right down underneath the skin on each side. Okay, so what you've done there is you've broken loose everything. This is soft, it's fluffy and light. Look at that. Steaming hot. Okay, and that's just what I'm looking for. But what do we do to it? Well, let me tell you something. Potatoes are salt thirsty. And there's this little thing called MSG, and that's actually what I'm putting on here right now, just a light dusting of it. I also like just a little bit of sea salt down in mine. Butter is an absolute necessity when it comes to having a good potato. What's a good potato without the butter? I mean, number one, you got to have the salt because they're just salt thirsty. And these things need more than just a little bit of butter, okay? So I'm going to give that big tater 3 big pieces of butter. Oh, yeah. And now we got to structure something to go over it. Some cheese. You know, something beautiful there. Yeah. We also need, I'm missing something here. Some sour cream, yes. Now there we're cooking with gas. Oh, yes. How about, who doesn't like a little bit of bacon on their potato? Now, isn't bacon the food that makes other foods just wonderful? And of course, a little bit of some green onions, just to make things a little bit lively. And boom, right there, ladies and gentlemen, we have a supreme and magnificent baked potato. Done in the grill. I can turn that off now since they're finished. These just need to be enjoyed now. That's all. Please enjoy yours. I'm certainly going to be enjoying mine. Oh, yes. Sublime. Wonderful. But there's one thing that really matters, and that is this guy right here. The beautiful skin. Buttery, tender, explosion of potato flavor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the way to do a potato. It's dry that skin, then load it with flavor, And after that, let it steam a little bit and get soft and wonderful. And you have a potato skin that you'll want to enjoy the whole thing. It's a good way to do a potato. I would like to say thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video, watching Texas Cooking Today. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Click the like button if you enjoyed this. Drop a comment if you have a suggestion, if you have a question, if you have something that is on your mind, drop it right down there in the comments. I like to read those, and I always do. I try to respond to most of them, but I don't get to all of it. I'll try. Thank you for your viewership. Please look in the description box. You're going to see my links to Texas Cooking Today and also to my website, which is S.A.Trotter.com, and that's where I sell my recipes, these recipes. Take a look at that. Thank you for watching this, and hang tight for a minute. I'm going to show you what one of those recipes looks like. I wanted to mention to you my recipes. Yes, I sell my recipes. Okay, look, some people, they give the recipes out for free and they charge for the tutorial. So I do it the opposite on YouTube. You get the tutorial for free, I charge for the recipe. I did a lot of work, a lot of writing, a lot of extra stuff that goes with this, okay? Come over a little closer. Let me show you one of these up close so you really realize what you're getting. And then also, I'm offering one for free. We'll take a quick look at that right now. Come here. This is what I'm talking about right here. When I fill out a recipe, when I write one, I always bullet point all of the ingredients, okay? A simple one or a complex one. I, in addition, number the instructions, and often I'll give pictures with it. Now, not all of them are this well done, but this is what I'm going for on every single one from here on out. All of my new recipes you're going to see done this way. And on the end of the recipe, there's always a place for notes for yourself, okay? Right now, go to my website. You're going to get this one right here for free, okay? Cinnamon rolls. Enjoy that cinnamon rolls recipe and take a look at the others I have. They're really worth your time.